Where do these students get placed? Where do these students do internship?
See, India alone have 1.8 billion worth of market by 2026,
Right.
and also some 15.7 trillion of potential contribution across globally. It's going to contribute 15.7 trillion to the global economy. And if you see whether it is healthcare or aviation or supply chain management or hospital management or even banking, insurance, all these aspects, there is a need for deployment. Already at the back end, technology is being deployed. But the front end, you need a strategist and policymakers to leverage that. So that is what these MBA, AML people should be able to deploy it. And they could lead innovation, for example, and they could drive business transformation, which is key for from my X to Y level of a trajectory. And also, of course, we need to create value in today's digital age. So this is all the compelling factors now emerging so that we could deploy these AML people in the front end of any industries.
Right. And with industries, that brings another question as to if you could throw a few brand names as to which brands would likely to be hiring our students who are completing this particular course.
India itself, see, India is a heavily coded market. Okay, we have a lot of programmers. You have all trillion-dollar companies are in India. Say, for example, there were at least 70% of Indian companies were already using AML somehow or other already. It is not that companies are not using. See, TCS or Cognizant, Wipro, all these things are programming companies. But the actual deployment of these companies, for example, will be, for example, Johnson Controls or Tata Motors or, for example, Kia in automation, or Apollo Hospitals, for example, or even Goyer or Indigo. All these people use these technologies. So, the companies, one side is you can have employment for a coding, but there also to understand the domain, to become a business analyst, you need a system analyst guy who can be this MBA guys. So, programming guys will be good at programming, but when you do the MBA with the same coding language, you become more efficient in bringing a system designing, architecting the entire scope of the business. So, it's a business side of the domain, which is key. That is what is happening in this emerging MBA and AIM. And the companies, of course, you can, as I was telling, it's all IT companies out there. And of course, all the consulting firms are there. Okay, like BCG, McKinsey, Deloitte. All these companies are using a separate wing called AML technocrats. Okay, it's no longer just a technocratic analysts are being there. It's also about management technocrats. That is what is filling the gap. So apart from this, of course, you have retail e-commerce. You talk like Amazon, for example, Flipkart, or for example, even a small shop guy who's an MSME person who's having a Kirana shop. Even that he is using analytics. He may not be using directly. Say, for example, he may be using an app, or he may be part of some other hyper-local distributor for a big geo, like for example. So there his products are recommended and driven and targeted by this advanced machine learning algorithms. So it touches upon everywhere. So I just want to open a Kirana shop. Should I need AML? I would say yes. Suppose I want to be a part of a retail giant. Okay, I would like to sort my career and future I want to be in it. So in that case also, yes, you need an AML. Because without AML, that office place is getting totally different. Like for example, how the office place is getting different is, okay, like for example, your workplace is totally getting different. Like we have freshers when they go to office. Previously that it was more okay, go and do internship for 1 month and do some back end work, and then I would come front end work. So I have a human interaction to help me to tell. But now, like for concepts like for example, llama previously we would have seen only South American animal, just like half camel and half sheep like thing we should be knowing. But now llama is one of the important program that's been used by Meta. Okay, it's a virtual assistant. Okay, and second thing is, for example, Google Gemini. Similarly, for example, Copilot of Microsoft. So these are the virtual assistants that are going to be in your office. So don't expect somebody will come and help me to train myself in accounts. Okay, I'm just getting into a company. It's not going to happen. So now it's all virtual assistants. So can I understand this virtual assistants, or will the virtual assistant understand me? More than the it understands me, I should know how to help, how to leverage that for my success. So that is what today's world, no? This is ChatGPT, OpenAI, everything. Now, because of LOL, LLM, and NLPs, so these are commonly available. So if I want to work even as a entry-level operator of a back-end office, I should know all this stuff.